This is Ian Charles from South Florida Insider. We're here with Katie Lee, chef, novelist, cookbook, TV personality. So first off, how do you like the scene? How do you like the atmosphere here at Sobe Fest 2016?
You know, I love coming to this festival. I've been coming for probably 10 or 11 years, and to be here for the 15th anniversary is so special. Every year it gets bigger and better, and there's more events, and it's also for a great cause, and I'm just thrilled to be part of it.
So I know you're somebody that's always doing something, and tell us some of the endeavors you're doing now with Nutchello.
Right now I'm working with Nutchello, which is part of Silk, and I developed some cocktail recipes using these new flavors, and I'm doing demos here at the festival, cocktail demos. It's so much fun. We came up with some really great flavors and combinations. It's kind of like a break time beverage, and it's really craveable and yummy and rich and delicious. And I eat a lot in my job, so I try to make smart choices in my real life, and this is something I reach for a snack. So I wanted to make cocktails out of it since we are at a food and wine festival. So I'm doing a dark chocolate margarita, which, sounds really kind of like an odd combo. It's so good. It's the dark chocolate walnut drink with some coffee, tequila. I've got a toasted coconut martini I'm demoing over here, a banana daiquiri. So a lot of fun flavors.
We were really lucky. We actually sampled them, and what I find amazing is even the dark chocolate, it's not overpowering, it's not too rich, it's so smooth, the texture of it.
Yeah, it is really smooth. And didn't you find it to be really rich, almost like a smoothie or milkshake consistency? And it's pretty low calorie. It's like 90 calories. So that's something I like to have for a snack and to satisfy that chocolate craving, which I get every day around 3 or 4 o'clock.
So I know that most people here, it's all food and drinks, but you're probably eyeing the surf a little bit too, aren't you?
Yeah, I love to get in the water. I'm a surfer, and I just want to be in the ocean all the time. So coming to Miami, being here at the beach, waking up every morning and be able to go out there is pretty awesome.
So how was it transitioning with, basically you showed everybody the act of, overcoming or taking something in your life and turning it for a positive with the book you wrote, about surfing. Was that a rough transition, or did it kind of come to you? Or?
I had always wanted to write fiction. I grew up wanting to be a writer. That was what I thought my job would be. And I kept trying to write a novel, and I thought it had to be something to do with food. And then I started surfing, and I was like, hey, wait a second. I think I could have a story here. And so I wrote Groundswell, and that was a lot of fun. And now, my latest cookbook is also surf-inspired. It's Endless Summer Cookbook, because I love summer, and I love summer food more than anything.
What would be like one of the foods that you would consider a summer food?
Oh, so many. I just did a lunch event at the Soho House, and we served my lobster Reubens. So a lobster Reuben to me says summer, with that great shellfish, and or a lot of great salads using summer ingredients. Whether it's a quinoa tabbouleh made with tomatoes and cucumbers that are straight out of the garden, or nothing to me actually says summer more than corn on the cob.
Okay.
Corn on the cob, tomatoes, those are my summer. Peaches, I love all of that.
That's good. And a lot of these new drinks too, I could see them very popular in the summer too, especially down here. You want to cool off, and it still speaks comfort, it still speaks casual too.
Yeah, living in New York when it's cold and dreary, sometimes I want to take a little escape, and you make a cocktail like a toasted coconut martini with that toasted almond coconut milk. I mean, that takes you right to the beach.
And what's good is there's a health aspect to it too. It's not the straight dairy with all the fat. It's made by Silk as well.
Yeah, it's dairy free, and it's a smarter choice.
Awesome, man. And tell us some about the kitchen, some of the highlights, and you've been with so many different people on that show.
And the kitchen is so much fun. We've had over 100 episodes now, and actually I had breakfast this morning with Jeffrey Zakarian. We're all really good friends, and we feel so fortunate that show's taken off. a dream come true. And right now I'm filming another show for Cooking Channel called Beach Bites. We've been filming down here in Miami, and that'll be on in May, so check it out.
Well, awesome. Once again, we're here with Katie Lee, and we're lucky to go to her tent and watch her demo some of these awesome drinks. So thanks a lot, guys.
Thanks so much. It was nice to see you.
It's such a yummy one. Yeah, it's South Beach. You can drink all day here. There's no rules, you know. I think more so than Vegas.
Right.
South Beach, your feet are in the sand, you're allowed to have a cocktail.
Right.
So this is a really yummy one. It's a toasted coconut. Got it right down. Wrong one. Okay, so it's toasted coconut and cashew. And one of the things I like the most about this is that it's kind of thick and rich and creamy. So you feel like that it's really indulgent. So I'm going to use 2.5 ounces of this to make one. It's almost like a smoothie consistency. And then I'm going to add to it the good stuff, vanilla vodka, good vanilla vodka. And I'm using 1 ounce of this. You could certainly use regular vodka if you don't have the vanilla. I like the flavor, you know, like how it pairs. And if you want to make your own vanilla vodka, you know, when you use a vanilla bean, those are so expensive. You know, you scrape the seeds out of it for your recipe. Don't throw out the pod. Put it into a bottle of vodka, and it'll infuse your vodka and make a great vanilla vodka. Or you can put it in sugar, and it turns your sugar into vanilla sugar, which is also good. All right, so we're gonna add some coconut rum now. This is what really makes me feel like I'm on vacation. A little coconut rum with that toasted coconut Nutchello. So good. 1/2 ounce of that. And I'm gonna put some ice in the shaker. And you know, ice is actually a really important ingredient when it comes to cocktail making, because when you shake it up, it starts to melt a little bit and it starts to dilute the cocktail so that it's not too strong. So like when you make a martini, I like to shake it for 15 seconds until it gets nice and cold. But when you make a martini, if you keep your vodka or your gin in the freezer and then you shake it with the ice, it actually won't dilute as much. So you get a much stronger martini. So I stopped keeping my alcohol in the freezer. Now I just keep it at room temperature so that it'll melt a little bit. I like to look for the shaker to get, you know, nice and cold, and then just strain it into a glass. That looks so good. There's little flecks of ice in there. Yum. You know, on the show that I'm on, The Kitchen, Jeffrey Zakarian always makes our cocktails, and Jeffrey said to me once, because he loves martinis as much as I do, and he likes it really cold, he said, your martini should be so cold that you could ice skate across the top of it. So I like the sounds of that. So whenever I order one, I say I want it extra cold. Oh, we've got samples going around here, and I've got those little flecks of ice. That's always what I like to see. And a little toasted coconut on top as a garnish. Super yummy. We've got those going around. I want you all to get to try this. This is one of my favorites. I feel like this is kind of like a vacation in a glass. So when I'm back in New York and it's kind of cold, I can make a cocktail like this and I pretend I have these little like mini vacations. So I want to make a toast to all of you guys here at the festival. Having a great time, a good day. Let's toast. Cheers! Cheers, everybody. And pass that around. I can't drink by myself. You guys have to drink with me.